star was midshipman Roger Staubach, who won the Heisman Trophy that year. And in 1970, Notre Dame came to the Cotton Bowl, the first bowl appearance for the Fighting Irish in 45 years, led by scrambling quarterback Joe Theismann. But this is New Year's Day, 1980, a beautiful day in Dallas, Texas, at the Cotton Bowl. Hello, everybody. I'm Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning here in the booth. We'll be doing the play-by-play and the analysis on the field, giving us reports on the weather and happenings on the playing surface. Frank Lieber, who's done that so well, so long for CBS here at the Cotton Bowl. And of course, Paul, today we have two very outstanding teams.
It's a great year, a great way to start the new year off. Both these teams evenly matched, 10-1 records, looking to move up in the national rankings.
Nebraska runs from an I formation.
Well, what an I formation. They've got one of the greatest walk-ons in college football history, Jarvis Redwine. Here we see him in action. He takes the pitch out of the eye, got great breakaway speed. In fact, the Nebraska coaches tell us, Lindsey, the guy has legitimate 4.4 speed. He's the fastest back ever to play in Nebraska. Junior Miller, the tight end, everybody's All-American. He'll go very high in the draft, possibly in the first 6 picks. Here we see Junior Miller, number 89. He'll be all over the field today. He's got the great deep speed for a tight end. 6'5", about 225, and can he run? Speaking of running, he runs the reverse pretty well, too. Look at this, end around. Miller goes all the way for about 35 big ones.
What a great Nebraska. Houston, of course, runs from the veer. They invented it.
They invented the veer. Why not? Bill Yeomans has just made a living off the veer offense, one of the toughest offenses in college football to stop. Terrell Clark, number 26, is the man Nebraska's great defense will have to stop. Here he is, breaking over the middle all the way. Both these running backs, in fact, John Newhouse, you'll see in that Houston backfield, has great breakaway speed. They're not too big, a solid 200-pound running backs, but they can fly. This is the guy that the Nebraska defense will be seeing all day long. Delrick Brown, the quarterback. He's really the heart and soul of the Veer offense, the quick feet. Here he is on the option right. There's your trail back. You'll see that play today. He cuts inside for 6.
Both teams have won 10, lost 1. Now let's take a look at the field. And the motions are running high here at the Cotton Bowl. Both.
The 1980 Cotton Bowl is sponsored by Buick and your local Buick dealers, who invite you to stop in now during their holiday get-together. The Continental Insurance Companies, whose over 4 million satisfied policyholders do the Continental. Pepsi-Cola and your local Pepsi-Cola bottler. Have a Pepsi Day. And by Valvoline Motor Oil. Valvoline, the motor oil that's not just for winning races.
Now let's go down to the field of Frank Lieber.
Well, Lindsey, you had to be here last year to appreciate the weather this year. Remember last year, 20 above zero, 20 below chill factor on the heels of the worst ice storm in Dallas history. Today has dawned beautiful. The temperature right now near 60 degrees, sunshiny day, just a slight wind out of the south, which will be blowing from right to left as you view the action. The Cotton Bowl has a bit of a facelift since last year. They put in $1 million worth of improvements, including a brand new artificial surface. Lindsey?
And so now the toss of the coin as the captains come to the center of the field.
Captain Cole and Smith, this is the referee, Mr. Bob I.A.
Captain Cole, good to know you. Captain Smith, good to know you. Captain Cole, this is Captain Brown, Captain Hodge, and Captain Wells. This is Captain Smith. Brown, Hodge, and Wells. Gentlemen, let me introduce my fellow officials to you. Here on the left is Mr. Horton. This is Mr. Caldwell, Mr. Scobie, Mr. Hardy, and Mr. Delaney. Captain, you're the visiting team. We'll let you call the toss. I'll toss the coin in the air, catch it open-handed, won't turn it over. If I drop it, we'll toss it again. You call it for me loud in the air, Captain.
Heads.
You call heads, Captain. It is tails, Captain. It's your choice. A kick, receive, or defend the goal.
We'll receive.
You will receive. And which goal will you defend, Captain? This goal. Will you turn that way for me? All right, Captain Brown, you won the toss. You've elected to receive. You're going to kick and defend the goal to your back. Good luck.
And So we have had the toss of the coin. Houston has won the toss. They will be receiving, and Kevin Seibel will be kicking off for Nebraska. Robert Ayer from Shreveport, Louisiana is the referee. All the officials here today are from the Southeastern Conference. Harvey Hardy is the umpire. He's from Lakeland, Florida. He was an outstanding player in the 1943 Cotton Bowl game. Dave Skilby from Nashville is the linesman. Robert Caldwell Jr. from Columbus, Mississippi is the line judge. His father, Bob Caldwell, was an official in the 1953 Cotton Bowl game, Tennessee and Texas. Field judge is Joe Delaney Jr. from Atlanta. The back judge is Charles Horton from Morgantown, South Carolina. Seibel has teed the ball up on the 40-yard line. Now Houston is deploying to receive it. Dallas Wiggins is going back, along with Eddie Wright. Wiggins and Wright are the deep men. Here comes Seibel. Ball is in the air. And it is taken by Wright. Drops it, picks it up, gets back to the 5, 10, 15, and struggles across to the 21-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go for Houston at the 21. Jim Baker downfield to make the tackle. 21-yard line, first down 10, Houston. Delrick Brown runs the attack, and his running backs in the veer formation, John Newhouse and Terrell Clark. Clark rushed for 1,063 yards. He averaged 5.5. Newhouse rushed for 678. He averaged 5.4. There's the remainder of the offensive unit.
Great offensive tackle, Melvin Jones. A lot of All-American teams he made.
John Newhouse on the dive, but the ball got away and recovered by Nebraska at the 25-yard line. Lawrence Cole recovered the fumble, number 81.
Well, this is the way Houston runs that veer. They will fumble the football and cough it up a lot of times. They have a bad day. They usually beat themselves by mistakes. Here's a fumble right away on the first play, and Nebraska has it at the 25.
Now in the defense for Houston, Darrell Wilkerson is starting in place of Leonard Mitchell. Jeff Quinn is the starting quarterback for Nebraska. Out of the I formation. Give it to Redwine. Jarvis Redwine out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Tommy Ebner bounced him out. Again, a 6 yards on the play makes it 2nd and 4. Jarvis Redwine rushed for 1,042 yards, averaged 7 yards per carry. Played initially at Oregon State, transferred, sat out a year, and came on strong this season.
There's the backfield and your receivers. Junior Miller, the All-American tight end, your offensive line.
Ready for the first man through. Taken there by Andre Franklin. Average 5.5 yards per carry. Robert Oglesby in to make the tackle,
and
along with Grady Turner.
More importantly, Lindsey, Andre Franklin is just one of the great blocking backs in college football. As we take a look at the defensive line of the Houston team, great strength in their defensive tackles and the linebackers.
David Hodge, a great one. They brought out the chain to measure for the possible first down.
He's talking about 39. Andre Franklin, very, very close to the first down. Did he get it? But he's a great blocker, Lindsey. And, boy, that's good for a guy like Jarvis Redwine and I.M. Hipp. And we'll see I.M. Hipp also. And he's a pretty good backup halfback to have running in that eye.
3rd down and inches to go. Franklin ahead of Redwine in the I formation. Give it to Franklin. He's got the 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Bradley and Turner in to make the tackle. Andrew Franklin from Anniston, Alabama. He's a junior, 6'1", 218 pounds. They had doubled up on the tight ends. Jeff Finn was in for the play. He's gone off now for Nebraska. 1st and 10 at the 14. Tim Smith in a wide right. Redwine. A The Houston defense stops him at the line of scrimmage. Grady Turner from Tyler, linebacker on the weak side. 2nd and 10 at the 14.
Great penetration by the inside linebacker, number 40, Grady Turner. They'll play the college defense, both of these. As we say, it's a 5-2, and that means a nose guard, a middle guard, head up the center. But the Houston defense is really the strength in their defensive tackles. Jose Taylor, number 90, and number 70, Leonard Mitchell. Both of them 270 pounds.
Kenny Brown's gone out of the game. Jeff Finn is back in for Nebraska. Finn rolling and looking and throwing. Incomplete. Number 84, Tim Smith, was the man for whom was intended. Tommy Ebner was blitzing on the play.
Ebner was blitzing. I thought Jeff Quinn was thinking that his split end, Smith, was going to break to the outside. Instead, he broke on a little turn-in pattern. A little mix-up between the receiver and quarterback.
Now a big 3rd down coming. 3rd and 10 at the 14-yard line for Nebraska. And McCready is in there now. He's going to a wide right, number 24. Jeff Finn is the tight end left. To the fullback, taken by Andre Franklin, down to the 6-yard line. Elvis Bradley made the tackle, not enough for the 1st down.
Pretty good call here at 3rd and 10 in college football. Is not necessarily a pass. Andre Franklin makes a good cut back to the right side. He needed 10, he got about 8.
Going to be 4th and 2 at the 6-yard line, just outside the 6. No score in the ball game. A beautiful day in Dallas, Texas.
Field goal.
Sukup, 12 for 16. He was all Big 8. 23-yard attempt. The 23-yarder is up. No good. Wide. Ball goes over at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Houston. There still is no score. Houston nothing and Nebraska nothing.
Well, it's just a little chip shot, Lindsey. I don't think there was too good a timing between the holder and kicker.
The Super Bowl coming up on CBS on Sunday, January 20th.
Number 14, everything starts in NFL today at 4:30, then game time, 6 o'clock Eastern.
1st and 10 now for Houston at the 20-yard line. Delrick Brown brings him up. He keeps the ball. Gets out to the 29-yard line.
Well, we saw that play at the top of the show from Delrick Brown. That is the bread and butter play out of the veer. Here comes the first option. He rides the fullback. He keeps it. You see the defensive tackle go outside. Delrick Brown cuts up inside for the 1st down.
Well, actually a yard short of the 1st. It's 2nd and 1 at the 29. Delrick Brown. Both these teams use 2 quarterbacks on occasion. He's trying to dive play this time to John Newhouse. He is a cousin of Robert Newhouse, who played at Houston and now plays for the Dallas Cowboys. Horn and Cole made the tackle, but it's a 1st and 10.
Both the running backs, Clark and Newhouse, juniors, both great breakaway speed.
There's the defensive line for Nebraska.
What a great one. Keep your eye on Kerry Winemaster, the nose guard. Not too big, but very active. All Big 8.
Brown kept it again. Drove out to the 33. Bill Barnett made the stop.
Ron Newhouse. Even looks a little like Bob, doesn't he?
It's going to be 2nd down and 8 yards to go at the 33.
Boy, Nebraska's defense ranks 2nd in the nation against the rush, only allowing, what, about 94 yards a game. And that's taking into consideration what Billy Sims did.
They've got Hubert Miller on a wide left. Brown still has the ball. Pumps once and goes long. Incomplete to Lonnell Fee.
Lonnell Fee has been open for 6 every football game this season. And this is what usually happens, is he's overthrown, they miss him. He was running free down there. He beat the cornerback, Rick Lindquist, on the right side. Wide open, overthrown.
Lonnell Fee is a sophomore from Bonham. He's been replaced by Eric Herring now.
Now, Lizzie, I talked to the coaches earlier this week, and can you believe they told me that once he was clocked in 4.29 running the 40-yard dash, and I said, oh, you got to be kidding me. He said, well, we looked at the watches. We thought it was a little extraordinary, too.
Trying the dive to Terrell Clark. Stacked up there at the 35. Lawrence Cole was there. That brings the punting unit on now for the Houston Cougars. Mark Ford is dropped back, and Dave Legal is back to receive it along with Kenny Brown. Mark Ford has averaged 40.4. Let it go. There'll be no run back. It's at the 20.
It's a beautiful roll.
Isn't it though? And it's blown dead at the 16-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and they have the ball at their own 16.
Also on the CBS Sports Back this Saturday, the last installment in the attempt to break the sound barrier in a land vehicle.
Jeff Quinn, the quarterback, 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. No score in the ball game first quarter. Redwine to the 20-yard line. He got about 5. Tommy Ebner in to make the tackle along with Sam Proctor. There is Shasta, the Houston Cougar. Shasta.
Boy, it's a beauty.
Enjoying a day in the sun.
Beautiful reaction that time by Sam Proctor, who, playing his defensive right end position, pursued very, very quick. He's a senior from Lamar, Texas.
Second down play coming. To the fullback, Andre Franklin. Got about a yard and maybe 2 as Leonard Mitchell. Robert Oglesby ran on the tackle. Both all conference. Nebraska 10-7 in postseason bowl games.
Yeah, but for the last 10 years, that record's a lot better than that. 8-2.
They have been in bowl games 16 of the last 18 years. This is the 11th consecutive season. 3rd and 3. Pitch to the trailer. Kenny Brown. Kenny Brown, the trailing back. Stopped by Bradley and Cook.
See where they're marking close to the first down.
Very close to the sticks.
And you see Kenny Brown's stats. He plays
1st and 10.
He plays the wing back in that Nebraska offense. Good pair of hands, good speed.
Bringing it in spotted across the 25. Anthony Steele is in there now. And a wide left. Jeff Quinn going on the run. And it is completed to Anthony Steele. Out of bounds near the 35. Kenny Hatfield made the hit on the corner.
Out of the rollout right. He's got Junior Miller in his view also. I think he's trying to go to his tight end. He goes on to the outside. Number 33, Anthony Steele's on the catch.
Second down and less than a yard to go. Near the 35. Kenny Brown is back in there now. And Tim Smith in the wideouts. Full pivot, Quinn with a late pitch. Redwine. He's got the 1st and 10. Bradley made the tackle.
Oh, what a great tackle. 4-year starter in that secondary for Houston. Number 20, the senior from Longview. And I tell you, number 12, Jarvis Redwine, I think he was a little bit surprised, Lindsey. He's got the great speed, but it looked like Elvis Bradley had a little bit more speed.
First down, 10 yards to go at the 39-yard line. Tim Smith in a wide left. Franklin and Redwine in the I formation. With a pop pass over the middle. And it is completed. Taken by Junior Miller, the All-American end. Tommy Ebner made the hit. 1st and 10.
Nebraska didn't throw to this young man against Oklahoma too much. He's caught 7 touchdown passes on the year. Picks up 14 on a little quick pop to the tight end.
1st and 10 now. Nebraska at the Houston 47.
I watched Junior Miller 4 days in practice. He never dropped a pass that was thrown in his vicinity in 4 days.
Redwine. Inside the 40. Ebner and Turner on the stop.
That's the Jarvis red wine that Nebraska fans are used to. He's averaging 7 yards a pop. One of the best averages in collegiate football running with it.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Franklin and Redwine in the eye. Redwine. First down. Ridden out of bounds by Tommy Ebner at the 34-yard line.
Smart running by Redwine that time. Play designed to go off tackle. He just slides out to the outside so nicely. Watch this. Here it comes. Watch the wing back, top of your screen, trying to get a cutback block. Good block by the fullback again, Andre Franklin. And really, that's the key. This Andre Franklin is a great blocking back.
There is no score in the ball game. Motion across. Then to screen left. Kenny Brown. And Kenny Brown gets to the 30-yard line. Kenny Hatfield made the stop along with Grady Turner.
Play wouldn't have gained a yard had it not been for a fine block by John Havakos, the left guard, number 69.
There you see the points per game average.
We haven't seen any guards around yet, Lindsey.
Well, they pulled them a couple of times against Oklahoma. Nebraska did. Havakos picked up a few yards, and then Schleusner picked up a touchdown on the guard around. Franklin to the 28-yard line. Sam Proctor and Grady Turner made the stop. Tom Osborne, Dr. Tom Osborne, head coach at Nebraska. This is his 7th season. He's been on the staff 18 years.
65 wins in those 7 years. Looking for victory number 11.
Third down, about 4 yards to go at the 28-yard line. There goes Kenny Brown to a wide right. Jim Smith in a wide left. And throwing. And it's complete to the 22-yard line to Kenny Brown. Got out of bounds at the 17. Gerald Cook made the hit. He's from Palestine, Texas.
Well, we were just talking about the good hands of Kenny Brown. This pass is low. Kenny Brown keeps his eye on the football, makes a very nice catch just right off the ground, very close to hitting the turf. Number 10 out there is Gerald Cook. Ruled it complete.
Nebraska now 1st and 10 at the Houston 17-yard line. Then Redwine trying to tiptoe down the sideline. He goes into the end zone. Did he step out? He stepped out at the 11. David Hodge edged him out at the 11-yard line.
Let's take another look. Here comes the counter option. Little reverse spin by the quarterback and pitches wide. Fine block again by the fullback there. Good blocking downfield. 69 Havercoast again. Redwine just high steps it in, ruled out of bounds.
Spotted at the 11-yard line, 2nd down and 4. Jeff Finn, tight end in the ball game. David Hodge, a great All-American linebacker. Franklin. Hodge. And he met David Hodge, the All-American from Clute, Texas, and Joe Redmond.
Hodge was all over the field last year in the Cotton Bowl. He was voted the defensive player of the game against Notre Dame. You see him looking over for defensive play calling from the sidelines from the coach.
Houston has been in the Cotton Bowl 3 of the last 4 years. 3rd and 2. Redwine, penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. He's in the end zone, but there's a penalty to be checked. It's being reported to the referee, Robert Aye.
Let's check it out. I think it's against Houston.
I think it is.
The white shirts are jumping up and down.
Offsides against Houston. Decline. Touchdown for Redwine.
Oh, fine blocking. Again, this offensive line of Nebraska, they average 400 164 yards on offense a game. And watch the blocking at the point of attack. Guards pulling, and Redwine just very easily taunting that Houston defense as he goes in for the first score of the afternoon.
Jeff Quinn will hold now. Dane Sukup will attempt. He is 38 for 42 in conversions. Sukup's kick is good. And so with 5 minutes, 13 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter. Score is now Nebraska 7 and the Houston Cougars nothing. First blood has been drawn by Nebraska in the 1980 Cotton Bowl.
That's the NBA right here on CBS.
Kevin Seibel is kicking off. Dallas Wiggins and Eddie Wright are deep. Eddie Wright at the 1-yard line. He is at the 10, the 15, and across the 25. Only out of bounds up near the 30-yard line. Jim Baker ran him out.
Jim Wells, number 68 for Houston, going to get caught for clipping. The flag is thrown back about the 14-yard line.
So the penalty will be marked off here against the Cougars.
Houston, I think they'd like to get behind, Lindsey. They won 6 out of 10 games coming from behind this year.
Clipping, offense, first down.
1st and 10 at the 7-yard line.
Jim Wells, the senior guard, was caught for clipping.
Delrick Brown still quarterbacking the Cougars. Wide receivers left and right. Herring is in the wide right. Brown on the keeper. Got it most a yard. Barry Nelson made the stop.
Against the Bear, Nebraska's doing exactly, playing it perfectly, Lindsey. They're trying to string it out and also have a contained man on the quarterback.
Herring and Fee run the plays in the sideline. Second about 9.5. Delrick Brown held on. He's dropped near the 9-yard line by Rod Horn.
Rod Horn, the senior from Fresno, California, all Big 8. Nobody blocking. Melvin Jones, he's going against Melvin Jones, the All-American offensive tackle for Houston. And so far, I think they've contained Delrick Brown pretty good.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Roman says this is the best offensive line he's ever had.
Brown still got it. Drove out near the 15-yard line. Bill Barnett on the stop. Now the punting unit comes on. Mark Ford on the punt. He has averaged 40.4.
Well, Nebraska should have it in fine field position on this punt.
Kenny Brown and Dave Legal are standing along the 50. Ford spirals it.
Good punt.
Taken at the 43 by Legal. Penalty markers drop. He's at the 43-yard line. Chumchaw made the stop. 43-yard punt by Ford.
Tonight on CBS, the White Shadow. Coach Reeves is accused of pushing amphetamines on the Carver High squad. Ken Hard gives it his best shot as the White Shadow tonight at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Let's pick up the penalty here now.
Clipping on the run back, 15 yards, first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Three minutes, 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Nebraska leading by a score of 7-0. Ben still has the ball. to the 30-yard line. Grady Turner made the stop again at 2. 2nd and 8.
Nebraska's got 2 fine quarterbacks, Lindsey. Jeff Quinn started the first 2 games. This is Grady Turner, one of the fine linebackers in a Houston defense. But Quinn started the first 2 games of the season. Then Tim Hager took over, and then Quinn is back in there. So Osborne has 2 weapons in the quarterback slot.
Tim Smith is in a wide right. Quinn now back to set up. Incomplete to Miller. Junior Miller is All-American end. Hatfield and Turner covering.
Right in his hands. He won't miss many of those.
It'll be 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
There's the stats on Jeff Quinn. Over 50% throwing the football and 4 touchdowns.
2:33 on the clock here in the first quarter. Kenny Brown going to a wide right and Tim Smith to a wide left. There's Jeff Quinn from Ord, Nebraska. And it's completed. Taken out there by Kenny Brown in the right flat. Donnie Love on the tackle. Not enough for the first down. So the punting unit comes on.
Donnie Love is the best cornerback. 5 interceptions on the year. Missed the last 2 games. Broke his hand against Texas. Had the square out covered. Very tight. Good.
Tim Smith is in to do the punting. He's averaged 39.6. Lionel Fee has dropped back to field the punt. Fee calls for a fair catch and makes it. Drops the ball. The scramble is on. Lionel Fee, signal for a fair catch, but dropped the ball. It's at the 22-yard line. 47-yard punt. And Houston retains possession.
Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the CBS Sports Pack goes to Palo Alto, California for the East-West Shrine Game, a showcase of the nation's top seniors, plus the attempt to break the sound barrier in a land vehicle. Then we'll have the rough and tumble world of celebrity off-road racing. That's Saturday, 2:30 Eastern Time on the special edition of the CBS Sports Pack.
In the line now for Nebraska, Pensick, Lee, and Clark are in there. 1st and 10 for Houston at the 22. Nebraska's leading 7-0. Incomplete. Elric Brown throwing it incomplete. Intended for Eric Herring. Rick Lindquist covering.
Well, poor execution between the quarterback Delrick Brown and the flanker Eric Herring. Somebody was out of place.
Paul, I've been fighting a little laryngitis for about a week now, and I thought this beautiful Texas weather would clear it up, but it's not. And so we're going to ask Frank Lieber if he'll come in here and work with you on the 2nd quarter of this game.
Well, Lindsey, I'll tell you one thing. This is what, your 20th year as a voice of the Cotton Bowl. It's great to have you here, pal.
There's a late pitch. Darrell Clark carrying. Goes out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Flip Williams ran him out. It's 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. 1:40 left on the clock.
He looks nice in his Hong Kong coat, though, doesn't he?
So there.
Houston's got to start making some first downs. This Nebraska defense just plays him so tough at the line of scrimmage.
Fumble. Delrick Brown still had the ball. He fumbled it. It's at the 24-yard line. Derry Nelson was there.
There's 92, Derry Nelson. Watch him cause the fumble on the tackle of Delrick Brown. And Delrick Brown cannot get it back. And a host of white jerseys has the football for Nebraska, but they gave it back to Houston. They ruled the quarterback was down.
They did, in fact. And so in punt formation, Mark Ford will boot it away. Kenny Brown and Dave Legal are deep. Bounds around the 40-yard line. The 35. 33-yard line, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
dog. Let's go. Come on now, go. Good work. Hey.
Don't forget, all the action begins with the NFL Today pregame show with Brent Musburger, Jane Kennedy, Irv, Jimmy the Greek Snyder, and Jack Whitaker. CBS Sports will provide exclusive coverage of Super Bowl 14 on January the 20th.
NFC Championship and win the Super Bowl on CBS. First and 10 at the 33. Miller, Junior Miller on that end around we saw at the top of the show. Back to the 34 for a yard. Got down by David Hodge and Robert Oglesby. Joe Redmond also on the tackle. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Second and 9 at the 34.
There's Bill Yeoman on the sidelines, a great coach, Houston Cougars. Making the Cotton Bowl a habit down here 3 out of 4 years.
Isn't he though?
Steals.
Anthony steals back to the inside, but cut off at the pass. He'll be marked up about the 33. Sam Proctor on the stop, along with Grady Turner.
He was hit first by Turner.
Be third, about 10. And now time has run out in the period. So at the end of the first quarter here in the 1980 Cotton Bowl game, score is Nebraska 7 and the Cougars nothing. Frank Lieber will be here with play-by-play in just a moment.
As we begin the second quarter, we've got Frank Gleber doing the play-by-play. Frank, you're welcome.
I feel like I'm coming out of the bullpen. Is that
Did it
right?
take you a long time to get up from the field?
You got anything in your pocket you give Lindsey? Get him back for the second half?
We'll try to get his voice back in shape for the last quarter.
All right, here we go. Back to the action. Nebraska leads it by a score of 7-0, and the Cornhuskers have the football. First and 10 at their 33-yard line. Make it third and 10. Quinn at the quarterback position, feeding it to the I-back. Redwine. Not much there at all. Houston coming on aggressively. Big Leonard Mitchell, number 70, and Robert Oglesby, number 83, in the stop. A lot of red in evidence at the Cotton Bowl today. Both teams' colors, red and white. Shaky first period for the Houston Cougars. Couple of fumbles. They lost one. Nebraska missed a field goal attempt and scored the touchdown on Redwine's run. Fee is the deep man. Got a little bit short. Bounces at the 40-yard line. Will roll to the neighborhood of the 30-yard line of the Houston Cougars. And the Cougars put it in play from there.
Both the punters have been getting good rolls on all their punts. That time, Tim Smith didn't get off too good a punt, but it rolled about 15 yards, so Houston will put it back in play. And we got Terry Elston at quarterback now, Frank.
Now, he's their relief artist, isn't he?
Oh, is he? 3 games this year. He won 3 games for Houston on his running. He's 6'4", and I watch him in practice, Frank. He's got a very, very strong arm. He doesn't throw too many spirals, but I tell you, he can get the ball there.
First and 10 for the Cougars from their 29-yard line. It is Elston out to the 35 and stopped shy of the 40-yard line. Very close to a first down, and we get a flag. Penalty marker is down on the play.
Houston fans are used to this all year long. Terry Elston.
Officiating crew from the Southeast Conference today.
Face mask also, another break for Houston.
So that'll be tacked on at the end of the gain. And will move the Cougars to the midfield vicinity. This will be their deepest penetration of the afternoon.
That's a 24-yard gain, a 9-yard run by Elston, and another 15.
Face mask violation. Defense. First down.
So the ball is spotted at the Nebraska 46-yard line. It is first and 10 for the Houston Cougars.
Elston picked up close to 300 yards rushing. Average is about 4.7. He scored 4 touchdowns, and 3 of them were game breakers.
Fee is flanked wide to the right side. Handoff goes to John Newhouse. Newhouse caught at the line of scrimmage, maybe got a yard. David Clark, number 63, wraps him up. Officials spotted right back at the line of scrimmage. Called it no gain, second and 10. Saw Robert Newhouse, by the way, down in the ramp today. He's normally on the sidelines when he's in the vicinity. Houston playing SMU, for example. And he wasn't very happy for some reason.
I would imagine.
First time his season has ended this early in a long time. 2nd and 10. Cougars trying to get something going as they trail 7-0. The handoff to Terrell Clark. And Clark fires forward to the 42-yard line. A pickup of 4 in the play. It'll be 3rd down 6. Nelson, number 92, in the stop.
Best penetration so far as we take a look at Bill Yeoman on the sidelines. It's the best penetration by that Houston offense.
What a fine gentleman this is. Bill Yeoman. 4 years his team has been eligible to come to the Cotton Bowl, and 3 years they've made it. We told him yesterday, you ought to just go ahead and put it on your regular season schedule before the season starts. It's getting to be a habit. 3rd down. Cougars need 6 for the first. They're at the 41 of Nebraska. Elston scrambling out of trouble. He's got a man. Fee at the 15-yard line. Shoestring catch. 1st down.
I'll tell you, the Houston team, they almost write a script for this. Every time Elston comes in, it seems like he picks his team up. Play action. Here comes Linnell Fee across from his right end position. The ball is underthrown, but he makes a fine catch. 1st down at the 14.
Lindquist making the stop. And now Nebraska has to dig in defensively.
26-yard pickup on that pass.
Nose of the ball just inside the 15-yard line. Houston threatening to tie it up. Elston on the fake. He keeps it. To the 10 to the 5. He will. Fumbles the ball at the 1. It goes out of bounds. I believe the Cougars will retain possession. They will. At the 7-yard line. That's the spot where the ball was fumbled out of bounds. It looked like he was going over. He got as far as the 1.
I tell you, the juices are pumping this kid up. Terry Elston, number 7, the junior from Oxford, Alabama, keeps it, cuts up inside, and you see he's got fine speed. Here comes the pursuit. He coughs up the football right there at the 1-yard line. It's bounding back, and it goes out of bounds before Nebraska can gain control.
Now, they did not pick up a 1st down. Brent Williams made the hit that caused the fumble. It is 2nd and 3 for the Houston Cougars. They mark it at the 8. Elston again keeping it to the 5. This time he'll score.
What a spark. What a spark Terry Elston has put in this Houston offense immediately. He comes in, Frank, and they go right down and score.
Watch the block by Terrell Clark, number 26, leading the way.
That's the Bear offense. If he doesn't hand the football off, you become a blocker. And then Elston does the rest. He broke a couple tackles, went in standing up.
Extra point try to come, which would tie up the ball game. Kenny Hatfield, number 12, turns now to hold. It's good. And we start from scratch. 12 minutes, 17 seconds left to play in the first half at the 44th Cotton Bowl Classic in Dallas. Nebraska 7, Houston 7.
Will be there.
I meant way back when.
Way back, way East-West game, which will also be on CBS.
Hatfield kicking off. Deep kick. Steals. From 3 yards deep in the end zone. He's in trouble at the 5.
Poor decision.
Indeed. Lockhart, number 89. On the stop for the Houston Cougars, in Nebraska saddled with extremely poor field position. Oh, you detect a little shift in the momentum here?
I would imagine. Terry Elston, too, the quarterback, is the cause of that flow for Houston.
Little excitement on the Houston Cougar bench right now. Cougar defense can be tough.
Oh, he'll be coming now.
Quinn, Franklin. Looks like Hip is in there. First man through is Franklin, and he jets out to the 12-yard line. Andrew Franklin. Grady Turner, number 40, and Ebner, number 25. On the stop for the Cougars.
I am Hip. You're absolutely right, Frank. He's in that tailback position now. There's Franklin.
Hip, before the season started, they were talking Heisman Trophy.
They sure were. Jarvis Redwine really came on, had 5 100-yard games, but Hip, all-time leading rusher in Nebraska history. Over 2,900 yards in his career.
Trouble by injury. 2nd down 4. Here he goes. He's got the first down at the 18-yard line. Not bad speed.
Well, that's a mark of a great football team, too. And Nebraska's been great for so many years. But you back up a team about the 5 or 6 yard line. The momentum goes to Houston. And right away, the offensive line for Nebraska comes off the football. And they get a big first down to move them in much better field position.
They're at the 18-yard line. Boy, that I-back really plays deep. He must be almost 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, standing back at the 10-yard line.
Got it.
Hip, straight forward, crunched at the line of scrimmage. At the 20-yard line, it was David Hodge, number 42, who was so spectacular in last year's Cotton Bowl Classic in the ice against Notre Dame, where he was the most valuable defensive player. Pickup of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 with the ball at the 20-yard line. Nebraska in white, Houston in red. Score tied at 7 in the second period. 10 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Jeff Quinn, the Nebraska quarterback, calling the signals. He throws and completes it out to the 30-yard line to number 84, Tim Smith. Bradley, number 20, Hatfield, number 12 on the stop.
Huskers have 8, all Big 8 first-team players. And that was one of them on that reception. Tim Smith picked up 10.
Got enough for the first down. Nose of the ball just inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. This drive started back on the 5 after the short kickoff return. Glorious sunshiny day. From the worst weather day in Cotton Bowl history last year, we go to perhaps one of the best today. 60 degrees, very little wind, and a lot of enthusiasm. Hip jolted at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, both these teams can play great defense.
Hosea Taylor, number 90, the All-American tackle, and Hatfield, number 12, on the stop. A lot of enthusiasm on that Houston bench.
The Houston defense is built around those defensive tackles, and they're big. Hosea Taylor, 6'5", 270 from Longview, the right tackle. And on the left side is a great athlete, Leonard Mitchell, only a junior out of Houston. He's 6'7", 270.
You know, he played the last couple of years as a center on the Cougar basketball team, and a very good center. But he announced he is giving up basketball, going to concentrate on football. Not much there. Out to the 32-yard line goes Quinn on the keeper. And that'll set up a 3rd and 8. Elvis Bradley, number 20. And again, Turner, number 40, making the stop. And Mr. Taylor, the ever-present number 90. It was against Arkansas, wasn't he? He blocked the kick with his head.
That's right.
With his helmet. Proved to be the decisive factor in that game. McCready wide to the right side. 3rd down, let's call it 9 for the Cornhuskers at their 31-yard line. Quinn, excellent protection as his receiver at the 35-yard line, short of the first down. Kenny Brown from Cincinnati, Ohio on the reception. Hatfield on the stop, and Nebraska will have to punt.
Kenny Hatfield is very experienced back there. He had the wing back coming back underneath, well covered.
Smith in to do the punting, and Fee will drop back deep along with Bradley. Smith waiting at his 20-yard line for the snap. It's a good one. Low kick fielded by the short man, Bradley, and it'll be a Houston first down at the 34-yard line of the Cougars. Let's see if Mr. Elston can continue to perform his magic.
And that's very smart, having a short and a long man on a punt return, because if the kick is kicked short, Bradley can signal for that fair catch and save the roll on the punt.
We got a penalty against Nebraska. Holding was the preliminary indication we get. Question is now, when did it happen?
That was a short 32-yard punt, but I think Houston is going to let Nebraska kick it again.
Push him back another 15. Obviously it happened as the ball was punted, not after the change of possession. So a little pressure now on Tim Smith. What wind there is blowing from right to left, about a 10-mile-per-hour breeze, so it will be working against Smith.
15-yard penalty.
Illegal use of the hands, offense, 15 yards, 4th down.
That moves it back to the 19-yard line, and now Smith will be standing on the 5 as he receives the snap. Fee again, the deep man. And Bradley up short. Fee is standing on the 50, so Houston should come out of this with excellent field position. Better kick, fair catch. Fee at the 45-yard line of the Houston Cougars. So the Cougars offense will put it in play. That's about where they started last time around as they drove to the tying touchdown. 8:12 left in the first half. Houston 7, Nebraska 7. Frank Lieber along with Paul Hornung and Lindsey Nelson at the 44th Annual Cotton Bowl Classic. 8:12 left to play in the first half. Score tied at 7. First quarter dominated by the Nebraska Cornhuskers as Houston fumbled twice. Nebraska scored 1 touchdown and a run by Jarvis Redwine, missed a field goal, and the Cougars came back with a touchdown of their own. On the gallop by Terry Elston a few moments ago. That was Terrell Clark on the carry. Up the middle, short of the 50-yard line. The officials are spotted at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 3. Second down 7. There's Bill Yeoman, the Cougar coach. Been around a long time.
They got to guess right, Coach. That's a big one.
See, he's been with them through Independence, through Missouri Valley Conference, and now in the Southwest Conference, where they've been the dominating team the last few years. Elston, some move. Down to the 45, down to the 40-yard line. Did he put on a couple of moves?
13-yard pickup. He's a great athlete, Frank. He's got the fine feet. He's 6'3". Usually a guy this big at quarterback doesn't run this well, but look at the good feet. Keeps his balance, breaks the tackle. 97, Bill Barnett had a shot at him and missed him. First down.
Bill Yeoman has this theory of you don't play a quarterback normally full-time at Houston until you're a senior, and then you get it all your senior year. But with Elston, he's had to change it somewhat this year. He's been so outstanding coming off the bench. Again, Elston handing off up the middle this time. Terrell Clark, after an excellent fake, to the 36-yard line. Pick up a 4. It'll be second down 6.
And the tackles, he's just trying to seal you off inside, right?
He's just blocking down.
Coaching
on the 3 tackle.
He's just coming down. Just keep it getting our way. So
talking to Joe Redmond, one of the defensive ends for Houston.
Second and 6 for the Cougars on the move at the Nebraska 36-yard line. Score tied at 7. Well, that time, Mr. Elson wasn't quick enough. And Derek Nelson, number 92, bolted through there, dropped him in his tracks.
He almost beat the handoff man. Jerry Nelson, another all-Big 8 performer for Nebraska, playing it right in.
Don't hesitate.
That'll set up a 3rd and 6.
Draw his blocks. Tommy come in there free.
More advice for the Houston defenders on the sidelines. 3rd down 6. Houston at the 36 of Nebraska. Well short of the first down is John Newhouse, number 28. Baring coming up to make the stop for the Cornhuskers at the 33. Well, now what do you do?
Well, I'll tell you, Terry Elston, you can see his jersey's all ripped off. People have been grabbing him in the second half. To no avail. He's going to change jerseys here.
You see that young man changing the jersey? We had a talk with him before the game. He said they bring along about 125 tearaway jerseys, 6 for each player, and his job is strictly to take care of the tearaway jerseys on the quarterbacks. They've got one for the other running backs and for the wide receivers. 16 different players on the Houston squad use the tearaway jerseys. Nebraska also goes for the tearaways, but not in such huge numbers. They use them primarily for their eye bags. Timeout down to the field. 5:49 left to play in the first half. Score still tied at 7-all. Well, they elected to give it a shot.
Festival of the Lively Arts. The host will be Rob Reiner. It's a look at poetry, ballet, entertainment for the whole family.
That should be interesting. And also appearing in that show, Leslie Brown from The Turning Point and actor Lou Gossett, who is in Roots. 1st and 10. Nebraska at the 33. Quinn. Nice fake, and he goes for it all. Junior Miller, the intended receiver, and picked off by Elvis Bradley at the 15-yard line.
Miller had his man beaten deep. Jeff Quinn just couldn't get it down there. Would have been a 70-yard pass if he threw it right on the numbers. Elvis Bradley, his 2nd interception of the year. Watch it.
Well, he aired it out pretty good, didn't he?
Pretty good pass protection here for Quinn. He just hauls off and throws it as far as he can. Miller had everybody beaten deep, but Elvis Bradley reacted for the interception.
Bradley, great veteran. This is his third Cotton Bowl as a starter in 4 years. That's not bad. He's the senior statesman of that Cougar secondary. So the first turnover marked up against Nebraska. Houston has the football, 1st and 10 at their 18-yard line. 5.5 minutes left in the half as Elston, looking for someone to go to, gets the pass away, but considerably short of the intended receiver, Eric Herring, number 21. Nelson defending. There's Bradley, who picked off the interception. Third time as a starter in the Cotton Bowl. That's something you can look back on in years to go ahead.
He said he's never intercepted a ball at Houston and went in for a touchdown. He said, I'd sure like to do it in the Cotton Bowl today.
Who's to say he won't? 2nd and 10. Houston from the 18-yard line. Elston loosening it up. Being chased behind the line. Gets up to about the 22. Varing, number 47. After him, it was Gary Weinmeister, number 51, really in hot pursuit.
Well, Weinmeister, the fine all-big 8 nose guard, putting the pressure on Elston.
There's Varing, number 47. Tom Osborne. Tom Osborne has never lost to a Southwest Conference football team. Winner here against Texas in his last appearance in the Cotton Bowl Classic some 6 years ago. 3rd and 6. Elston in trouble. Pretty cool customer, and completes the pass for the first down at the 39-yard line to Hubert Miller, number 82 from Fort Worth, Texas. A 6'3" junior.
We look, play action here. Watch the cool of the quarterback here. Pretty good pass protection. Miller's wide open on a hook pattern on the inside of the zone.
Not a bad catch either. Fay comes rushing into the Houston huddle, undoubtedly with some instructions from Bill Yeoman. 18-yard pickup on that last play. Cougar first down. They're moving from their 39-yard line. 4:20 left in the half. Straight handoff to Terrell Clark, their bread and butter man, only 5'9" and 196 pounds.
All right, give me a T-flex, 13 goal line.
Figure that out.
T-flex 13 goal line. Now, they're not on the goal line, but they call this play, it's an inside play, 13 meaning over the 3-hole with the 1 back. Now, he does have the option to not hand it off to one of his running backs. Naturally, we don't know which way it's going, but watch the first back. It's usually a handoff.
2nd and 5. Elston keeping it out to the 49. Well, what you said sounded very impressive. You fool me.
Well, I tell you, that is the basic play of the veer.
No.
13 to 12. That's where the quarterback has the option. Hand it off to the back or take it on in the option.
I think he said quarterback sneak that time, didn't he? Did you hear? He sent Fee into the huddle with the play. I think he did say quarterback sneak. We'll find out in a second. 3rd down, and they need 1 for the first down. Ball is at the 48-yard line of the Houston Cougars. Quarterback sneak it is, and first down it is for Houston at the 50. So the clock stops as they move the chains along with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to play in the first half. Nebraska with a touchdown in the first period on a run by Jarvis Redwine, and Houston with the equalizer in the second quarter on a run by Elston. That's where we are. Houston is the football, 1st and 10 at the 50. Elston, nice fake. Going to Clark. It was Barnett, number 97, who made the stop.
Give me a...
See if we can pick up the next play.
12 veer.
We haven't run the short side trap yet.
We have to run the short side.
26?
Yeah, 26.
This is 12 veer.
Ball is at the 47-yard line of Nebraska. It is 2nd down, 7 for the Houston Cougars.
As we say, the quarterback can either hand it off, and it's his option to pull it out and run it around the end on the option. Hands it off.
Nice hole. And another first down as Newhouse blows through the right side and carries to the 35.
Now, you know Bill Yeoman's on the sidelines, Frank. He feels pretty proud of himself right there.
I got to believe so.
That is the handoff inside. John Newhouse picks up the first down. You've got to control that first back. That's the first thing defensively that Nebraska must do. They must stop the back on that handoff.
Brent Williams on the tackle for Nebraska, but the Houston Cougars are moving with the first down at the 35-yard line of Nebraska. 2 minutes, 2 seconds left in the half. Clark. Terrell Clark, number 26, in the handoff to the 34-yard line. Veering, number 47, has been in on a ton of tackles so far.
He almost got through, too, Frank.
Pickup of a long yard. Let's call it 2. 2nd down, 8 for Houston. At the 34, we'll have to watch the clock now. 1 minute and 35 seconds left to go in the half. Clark bulls his way to the 31-yard line. Runs hard for a little man. Bill Barnett, number 97 on the stop.
Hurry up.
And they're in a little hurry-up offense now. And of course, they still running the football. 18 Veer.
That clock is moving. 1 minute and 10 and counting. That's in the first half. 3rd down, 6. Houston from the 31.
18 would, we would think they were trying to get outside with the Veer.
Loose ball. Fumble at the 30-yard line. And I believe Nebraska has recovered. Yes.
Coughed the football up 39 times this year, but they only lost 17 of those fumbles. But Nebraska stops the drive right here.
Mark Leroy, number 23, the monster man, making the fumble recovery. We'll be back in just a moment. With Lindsey Nelson and Paul Hornung, this is Frank Lieber at the 44th Cotton Bowl Classic. There's the time remaining in the first half of play, 56 seconds. Big turnover stops the Houston drive. Now Nebraska has the football at their 31-yard line. Jarvis Redwine is back in the game. There's Redwine. Razzle-dazzle as he gives it back to Quinn on a flea flicker type play, and the pass is incomplete downfield, intended for Smith at the 43-yard line.
Tim Smith was open. Quinn did not have enough time to throw the football.
Big rush put on that time by Proctor, who got his hand up and maybe got a little piece of that pass. Second and 10 from the 31-yard line. Of course, the usual Cotton Bowl pageantry coming up at halftime, featuring the world famous Kilgore Rangerettes, the Houston and Nebraska bands, and lots more. Quinn over the middle to Junior Miller. And the All-American tight end catapults out to the 44-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
And that'll stop the clock till they move the chains. 13-yard pickup. Miller's second catch of the day.
You know, Miller did not play football until his junior year in high school. And then he started being all-world his first year.
Look for him to be in the top 5 or 6 draft picks.
Quinn wants to put some points on the board, completes the pass to Redwine, who is knocked out of bounds just short of midfield at the 48-yard line. Turner over there defensively, along with Kenny Hatfield for the Houston Cougars. There's the Kilgore Rangerettes waiting to do their number. They have a little thing from Chorus Line I think you're going to enjoy at halftime.
What a fixture they've been here at the Cotton Bowl, huh, Frank?
They've been here longer than Lindsey, and that's long, right?
20 years Lindsey Nelson's been right here at the Cotton Bowl. A little laryngitis.
Well, he keeps his hitting streak going today. This is like a batter, right? As long as you start the game, that's all that counts. 2nd and 5 from the 49. Quinn, a lot of pressure. Gets it away. It was Mitchell back there who was all over him. Tommy Ebner defending as the pass was intended for Kenny Brown at the 30-yard line. Leonard Mitchell, number 70. There's the Cotton Bowl Queen. Lovely lady from the University of Houston. Her name is Kay Sanavi. And I hope I did your name justice there. Pretty young lady. 3rd down, 5. Nebraska, 49-yard line, their end of the field. 26 seconds left in the half. That Steele's in motion. Flag down as Quinn unloads down the sideline. Almost intercepted. Again, Elvis Bradley back there, number 20, defending, as Tim Smith was the intended receiver, the senior from Chula Vista, California. See what the penalty was about with 20 seconds to go. I was talking to some of the Houston people before the game,
Give me a Houston
and
captain.
remembering last year, they brought all their cold weather gear
Give me a
along.
Houston captain.
They weren't going to get caught again. Mittens,
If you refuse,
boy, it
if you
was
take
cold.
the penalty, it's going to be 3rd down, 5 yards back. If you refuse it, it'll be 4th down and about 5. Okay? Okay.
So the option goes with the Houston Cougars, and they'll take the play. Procedure
Illegal
penalty.
procedure. Offense. Refuse. 4 down.
Houston refusing the penalty, taking the play, forcing Nebraska into a punting situation with 20 seconds left to play in the first half. Smith to do the punting. The senior wide receiver. Bradley back for the Cougars, standing on the 20-yard line. It's 4th and 5 from the 49. Way over the head of everybody, bouncing at the 5 and on into the end zone for the touchback. So they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line with 11 seconds left to play in the first half of a tie football game. 51 yards on the kick. His best of the afternoon. Young Mr. Smith, who doubles as an excellent receiver as well as a fine punter for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. You notice it was awfully crowded down there in the sidelines before the game during the warm-ups. You know, they bring everybody to the bowl games. Nebraska is suiting up 105 players today. Houston 101.
A lot of folks.
Now, that's a reward, you know, for kids who play in the program all year, who don't get a chance even to dress for a lot of the games. Don't get on the traveling squad.
Frank, we should have an excellent second half. Both teams should be deadlocked.
Elston dropped at the 22. That should do it unless somebody calls timeout. Time has run out in the first half of play, and it's about what we thought it would be. Pretty strong defensive battle between two very excellent football teams. The Houston Cougars of the Southwest Conference 7 and the Nebraska Cornhuskers of the Big 8-7. And we'll be back with halftime in just a moment. Photographer for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram and was nationally known for his work, passed away over the weekend, and he has covered many of these Cotton Bowl classics, and he'll be sorely missed by those of us who knew him. He was a great inspiration and a delightful personality, and our condolences to his family. So here come the Cornhuskers, 105 strong, as we say in Houston. 101 strong. That's how many of the Cougars suited up as we prepare to go to battle in the second half of this 44th annual Cotton Bowl Classic. Touchdowns even at 1 apiece. First quarter dominated by Nebraska. Houston fumbled the ball away twice. Nebraska missed 1 field goal and did get the touchdown on the run from Jarvis Redwine. And in the second period, sparked by Elston, who came off the bench.
You won the
Houston
toss
tied
and
it
you
up.
elected to receive. You're going to kick and defend the goal to your back. Good luck to you.
That's the way the second half will start, with Houston kicking off to the Nebraska Cornhuskers as both teams loosen up.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bill Yeoman started Delrick Brown again in the second half. He likes to bring Elston in off the bench. And, of course, in the second quarter, as we've been talking about, Frank, he had 94 yards in offense.
Our thanks, by the way, also to the Dallas Morning News, who supplied the photographs that we used at the very start of the show today. A great bit of Dallas and Cotton Bowl history included in those photographs, as recorded by the News' excellent photographers down through the years. What do you look for here? Redwine, of course, a key figure for the Nebraska Cornhuskers in the second half. We saw a little bit of I.M. Hip, but he was just in there, as I recall, for maybe 1 series of downs, 2 at the most.
I think they're going to have to try to get Redwine outside and with extreme speed, try to break it, try to break a big run. Quinn, when he runs the option, he doesn't look too quick running the option. I think he's got to get rid of the football and let Redwine do the rest.
Most people figured this would be a defensive game, a low-scoring game, and thus far, it has turned out to be just that. Dropping back deep, you see number 22, Kenny Brown, deploying to receive the kickoff for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Kenny Hatfield will do the honors for Bill Yeoman's team. Anthony Steele's also deep for Nebraska. Mayfield going through the ritual of tying up the shoe. Getting a little elevation there on that toe. You used to kick that away in college?
Well, what happens sometimes when you sprain your ankle or something, you get in a bad habit of depressing your toe on kickoff, you kick them low. When you tie it up around that ankle, that toe is pointed to the sky.
Here's Hatfield, who, by the way, is also the Cougars' third quarterback, if it gets down to that. Steals at the 5, out to the 15, 20, flag down, as Steels carries to the 23-yard line for Nebraska. Reggie Vonner making the stop along with Eddie Wright. But a penalty marker down, and the penalty will go against Nebraska.
Clipping.
Looks like we're going to have a new quarterback for the Cornhuskers to start the second half. They also have a man who's been sharing the chores, and Tim Hager. And looks like Hager's going to get his shot.
Clipping. Offense. First down.
Hager is a senior from Lincoln. He's hit 51% of his passes.
6 touchdown passes, had 4 intercepted. He also has run. He's a good running quarterback, too.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 9-yard line. The handoff is to Andrew Franklin, number 39, who plows up the middle. Gets it out close to the 15-yard line. Center of the Cougar line collapse on him. Let's see where they spotted. At the 13, so pick up a 4. It'll be second down 6.
Tim Hager had a great day throwing the football against Penn State early in the year when Nebraska just completely manhandled Penn State. And see what Tim Hager can do for this Cornhusker offense.
Hager has rushed this year 32 times for 32 yards. So he's not much of a threat as a runner, apparently. Just as I say that, he picks up a pretty neat gain. Still first down. Ebner makes the stop along with Bradley. Elston, number 7 over there, loosening up for the Houston Cougars. It'll be third down 1 for the Nebraska Cornhuskers at the 18-yard line.
First half short yardage plays, they usually like to go to their fullback, Andre Franklin, and let him cut off the center's block.
They need 1 for the first, and I don't know if he got it. Trying to go over the top was Jarvis Redwine, number 12.
Yeah, that's the first time on short yardage they gave the football to the I-back, and the Houston defense swarming all over the ball carrier.
Turner, number 40, Oglesby, number 83, Wilkerson, number 92 on the stop. And Nebraska will have to punt. Fee, number 15, dropping back as the deep man on his own 42-yard line. Elvis Bradley will be the short man. Tim Smith, the punter. Bradley watches this one bounce at the 48 and down by Nebraska at the 47-yard line. McCready, number 24, down quickly. Good field position for the Houston Cougars. They'll mark it at their 49 as they go on the offense for the first time in the second half.
Right now, without changing razor.
First and 10, Houston Cougars from their 49-yard line, and they'll start the second half with their bullpen guy, Terry Elston, number 7, at the quarterback position, at the throttle of the veer. Newhouse bolts down to the neighborhood of the 45-yard line of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Leroy, number 23.
Give me a wing right.
Make the stop.
319
Pick up with 6 of the play, second and 4.
Yeah, the end didn't come down. I think I caught him say R streak. 39 fullbacker could be a fake and then trying to hit somebody on a streak pattern.
That was Fee coming in off the bench into the huddle. He alternates with Herring, bringing in the plays from the head coach, Bill Yeoman. Now the Cougars want to call time here. They don't have something straight with 12 minutes, 22 seconds left to play in the third period, and Elston comes over to talk to Yeoman.
Wing right, 319 throwback. R streak, T flat.
As you were saying to the other side, you saying to the other side, we call T out. R.
We'll be back in just a moment. Well, they got the play situation straightened out on the Houston bench. As we go back to play, it'll be second and 4 for the Cougars at the Nebraska 46-yard line.
Well, we heard him say T flat, and then he kind of changed it. He said T flatten up. That might be the tight end. The R streak is probably one of the flankers, and streak, Linnell Fee can really streak. So we'll see if they go upstairs and try to get it all right here.
It was Feed with the play from the bench, and then Elston had some misgivings about it and called the time. Elston going long. He's got Fee at the 10-yard line as the defensive back tripped at the 15. But he couldn't get it to him. Lindquist, number 15, was back there.
That's twice today. Linnell Fee has been open for 6, and the quarterbacks cannot get the football.
I'll tell you, 3:37, our quick stop.
Third down and 4 for the Houston Cougars at the Nebraska 46-yard line.
Gonna throw it. R flat.
Is wide to the right side. Newhouse and Clark are the setbacks. That's Herring. Couldn't hold it at the 39. Would have been good for the first down.
Linnell Fee and Eric Herring are alternating plays. Boy, Houston had a great opportunity there. One for a touchdown, and then for the first down. Herring could not hold on.
Cougars to punt it. Mark Ford. Number 91 back into the kicking, standing on his 40. High kick. Fair catch, a signal at the 12-yard line by Legal. And Nebraska stops the Houston threat. The officials will mark it at the 11. We have 12 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the third period. Still Houston 7 and Nebraska 7.
Wednesday night on CBS, ride to fun and adventure with the wildest maverick of them all, young Maverick, and find out if Ben's inherited poker hand leads him to riches or the grave. Then on the CBS Wednesday night movie, Ralph Waite, David Burney, and Talia Balsham star in Ohms as the big power company wreaks havoc on a quiet community.
Jarvis Redwine breaks through the first wave, gets out to the 20-yard line for an 8-yard pickup. Taking the ball from Hager. Hodge, number 42 in the stop, along with Hosea Taylor, number 90, and Hatfield also had a hand in on it. Nebraska trying to get their offense cranked up. Defense has dominated here for the last quarter, so there's Jarvis Redwine. Another year to go. They'll be talking Heisman, Mr. Redwine next year after the great year he's had. Redwine again, this time upended at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Hatfield from LaGrange, Texas, 6 feet tall, 185 pounds.
Great tackle.
Don't they?
He's the force man. They can either force with the safety man or a cornerback, Frank. And that time, that Houston defense, Kenny Hatfield, the right cornerback, was the force.
Third down. They need 2 for the first down. Nose of the ball just inside the Cornhusker 20. Is wide to the left side. Hager out to Redwine, and Redwine tripped up behind the line by Tommy Ebner, number 25. Senior from Dallas who bowled it through there and dropped him for a loss back at the 17-yard line.
2 great tackles. First one by Hatfield, this one by the strong safety, Tommy Ebner. Senior from Dallas, Texas.
Smith will drop back to do the punting. Standing on his 5-yard line. Again, Houston should come up with a good field position. Fee is the deep man, standing on the 45-yard line in his end of the field. End over end kick. Fair catch signal by Fee at the 47 of the Houston Cougars. That's where they'll put it in play. With 10 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the third period of play. The score is still tied. The Houston Cougars 7, the Nebraska Cornhuskers 7. Frank Lieber along with Paul Hornung and Lindsey Nelson at the 44th Cotton Bowl Classic. Score tied at 7. We're in the third period. 1st and 10 Houston. Cougars from their 47-yard line. Terry Elston, their quarterback, dances across the 50 and down to the Nebraska 44. Weinmeister, number 51, making the stop, but not before. Big yardage picked up on the play. Got 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Well, he just follows that back when he fakes it to him right in. The back becomes a blocker, and all of a sudden they pick up 8 very quickly.
Elston scored the winning touchdown in 3 games this year against Texas Tech, Florida, and Texas A&M, all in the 4th period. Houston, a very good 4th quarter team. Fumble. I believe the Cougars get it back, but they'll lose a couple of yards on the play. I didn't either. Eric Herring,
36 left.
Carrying the play in from head coach Bill Yeoman. It's now 3rd and 4 for the Cougars at the 46-yard line of Houston. Not enough for the first down. John Newhouse carrying and bearing with a very hard hit. For the Nebraska Cornhuskers, stop made at the 44. He needed 4. He got 2. 4th and 2 for the Cougars at the Nebraska 44. And of course, the Cougar fans want them to go for it.
You better hurry. Nebraska better get on.
Forward and punt formation. Brown is deep along with Legal. Fair catch at the 6-yard line by Brown.
Should have let that go into the end zone.
I would think so. And several times now that Nebraska has been floored with a rather poor field position to start drives with. This time back at their 6-yard line. Hager remains in at quarterback. 8 minutes, 21 seconds left to play in the 3rd period. Nebraska in white, Houston in red. As the Cornhuskers break the huddle. Brown is wide to the left side. Smith split to the right. The I-back, Jarvis Redwine out to the 10. Pick up a 4 in the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. Redmond, number 8, making the stop with an assist from Donnie Love for the Cougars. Looking ahead to the 4th quarter. Talk about being a tough 4th quarter team. Nebraska gave up only 13 points in the 4th quarter all season.
Houston scored 100 points in the 4th quarter.
That should be interesting. Again, Redwine over the right side, crosses the 10, gets out to about the 12-yard line. Love, number 35, and Theodis Williams, number 73, on the stop. It'll be 3rd down, and Nebraska will need a long 3 for the first down.
Houston's defense done a pretty good job on Jarvis Redwine. 15 carries now, 56 yards.
Franklin comes out, and Worth comes in. In the Nebraska backfield. 3rd and 3. Tim Hager, senior signal caller, on in relief from Jeff Quinn, decides to throw. It was intended for Smith. Oh, somebody got a piece of that or what, but it was nowhere near him.
Well, that pass has to be thrown perfectly. A quick slant, trying to hit Tim Smith, way overthrown.
Bradley, number 20, back there defensively, and again the Cougars have held. And once again, they're shoving Nebraska further and further back, and this time Smith will be punting from his end zone. Fee is standing back at his 46-yard line. Bradley at the Nebraska 40. Good kick. What a beauty. Best one of the day. Drives Fee back to the 37, to the 40, 45-yard line. 51 yards on the boot, and they needed it. 6 minutes, 52 seconds left to play in the 3rd period here at the Cotton Bowl Classic. Timeout, and we'll be back right after this. Houston Cougars 7, Nebraska 7, 1st and 10. Cougars have the football at their 45. Elston, nice fake. Little trouble on the pitch out. Terrell Clark had a lunge to get that, and Nebraska's defense all over him. Kim Baker, number 41, leading the charge that time. You know, they keep getting the ball near midfield. Sooner or later, they got to start moving it. That's not too far to go.
Nebraska's got to start putting some first downs on the board. Really, the defense, they've got a great defense, Frank. Here they go again, changing jerseys on the sidelines.
Delrick Brown has come back in at quarterback as Elston had his jersey ripped off. He goes long, and this one is up for grabs. Gary, number 9, Russell Gary, had his hands on the ball and couldn't hold it.
And the junior from Minneapolis almost had the big interception here as Terry Elston was changing his jersey. Delrick Brown goes in, overthrows, almost picked off by Russell Gary.
It is now 3rd down and 16 as you take a look at Gary. Brown comes out. Elston is back in at quarterback for the Cougars. Ball is at the 39-yard line. Great job by the Nebraska defense. This has really turned into a defensive battle. Elston flushed out of the pocket, trying to throw on the run, gets it away. It's incomplete at the 45-yard line of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Gergadis, the tight end, was the intended receiver. Means back there defending, along with Baker, and the huge roar on the far side from the Nebraska Cornhusker fans.
Well, that defense was rated 5th in the nation on total defense, 2nd against the rush. So Houston is going against one of the best defensive in college football, and they have played superb all day.
Mark Ford will be in to do the punting for the Houston Cougars. He'll be standing back at his 24-yard line on 4th down and 16. Brown is deep along with Legal. 6 minutes, 3 seconds left to play in the 3rd period. Legal, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Up to midfield into the 47-yard line, a fumble. And Nebraska gets it back. First down, Cornhuskers at the 48-yard line of Houston.
Great return by the junior from Central City, Nebraska. Dave Legal. Nebraska wanted better field position, and this is the way they're going to get it. Dave Legal, a fine return up the left sideline. Good blocking. Nebraska's football in Houston territory.
Ford had a hand in the tackle. Pitch out to Redwine, and Redwine is stopped at the 46-yard line after a pickup of 2. And now Tom Osborne has gone to Jeff Quinn. He's put Quinn back in at quarterback for Nebraska. Baker started the second half, has played most of the 3rd period, but has been unable to get the Cornhuskers moving.
Tempo picking up, Frank.
2nd and 8, a lot of excitement here at the Cotton Bowl. Nebraska at the Houston 46-yard line. Score tied at 7.
Well, if I was Houston, I'd keep my eye on that tight end at the top of your screen, 89, Junior Miller. Here he comes, he's going to throw it.
Miller throwing on the end around, and Smith did not get it. Had his hands on it, couldn't hold it at the 30-yard line. Elvis Bradley, number 20, back there defending.
With Jeff Quinn, the quarterback, the junior from Ord, Nebraska. Lifelong dream was play at Nebraska.
He said they hadn't offered him a scholarship, he'd have gone there anyway. 3rd and 8. Nebraska at the Houston 46-yard line. Smith goes wide to the left side. Good protection for Quinn. Now he's got problems. Caught from behind and dropped at the 42, short of the first down. Sam Proctor, number 80, and Grady Turner, number 40, collapsing on him.
Both defenses have played superb, especially here in the second half. They refused to give an inch.
Houston fans turn to roar now for their defense. Smith dropping back to do the punting. They are standing back at the 10-yard line. Sails on at the 5, takes a Nebraska hop, and they down it at the 2.
That's turned into a kicking game, and Tim Smith got the best of that. The angler looked like the ball was going to bound into the end zone. It took a Nebraska bounce. Great defensive field position for the Cornhuskers. A 40-yard punt.
And the placement all important. Got that great backspin. The officials will mark it at the 3. It's turning into a ball game, Paul, where one mistake might decide it.
Big turnover.
One big turnover.
Got to be very cautious here, especially those running backs when you're running an exciting offense like the Veer, to make sure the handoff.
First and 10, Houston. Cougars backed up to their goal line at the 3-yard line. Terry Elston, junior quarterback, keeps it. Rolls out to the 9. Boy, he is quick. Keep working on it. They finally got it up there. Pick up a 5 on the play. Second down, 5. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third period. 44th annual Cotton Bowl Classic. Again, it's Elston dancing his way out to a first down at the 18-yard line.
Well, what he's doing, Frank, is he's keying the defensive tackle. He goes outside. He's just following that back right up the middle that time. And what a quick move he made. Almost came back over to center for the first down.
David Clark making the stop. That play's been very successful all year for the University of Houston Cougars. You got a guy like Elston who can run it for you. That's something.
66 yards on 14 carries.
Make him #1 rusher in the game, wouldn't it?
Right.
He didn't even start. Clark crossing out the 20 to the 24. Terrell Clark from Galena Park, Texas. Baker, number 41, makes the stop. Cougars working their way out now as Fee comes in with the next play, replacing Herring. It'll be 2nd and 5. Houston's ball at the 24-yard line.
They're going against the second-best defense in the country against the rush.
Cougars been very reluctant, though, to put the ball in the air. Nebraska has thrown a lot more.
See, Elston, he just follows that back right in the hole, Frank.
They keep getting 5 yards at a crack. Why not do it until they stop it, right? There's Tom Osborne looking on, left of your screen. Nebraska bench across the way is into the sun, so they're looking into the bright sunlight. Gorgeous day. Temperature near 60 degrees, close enough for measurement. Elston taking a good look, indicating that it's about an inch.
Let's go.
Last time he went with the quarterback sneak.
Oh, that's close. Look at that.
That would be a 3rd down, David.
About an inch. 3rd down. Let's see if Nebraska can hold him again and force him to punt. Ball is at the 28. It's not inches, really. It's an inch, almost literally. Elston says, I'll do it myself. Took one step to the right and then bolted forward, and he should have the first down.
David Clark came up with the football, but the whistle had blown for Nebraska. First down.
Cougars 1st and 10 at their 29-yard line.
Well, 3 very important first downs here for Houston. Backed up inside the 5-yard line. Both teams having trouble moving the football, and Houston brings it out. And they've got pretty good field position now at the 29.
2:21 left to play in the third period. 7-7. No scoring here in the second half. Elston almost knocked down. Manages to stay on his feet. We got a penalty marker thrown as the tackle is made at the 26-yard line by Means. Randy Means, number 34, and Nelson, number 92. But let's see the flag.
Boy, Derry Nelson made the play, the junior from Fairmount, Nebraska.
All fouls will be offsetting.
Right.
Well, we'll replay it again with a first down, right? Okay.
You got the word right there.
Here, you got a
face mask.
Offsetting penalty.
Defense?
Yeah, defense.
Clipping offense.
Right.
He said it all.
Face mask. Defense. Clipping. Offense. All set. Replay the down.
Robert Aye, the referee from Shreveport, Louisiana, Southeast Conference official. Offsetting penalties, so bring it back to the 29-yard line.
Break for Houston.
I would say so.
Derry Nelson has almost beaten the handoff 2 or 3 times today. The very quick junior for Nebraska, number 92.
Clark appeared to be shaken up slightly for Nebraska in that last play. Here come the Cougars. 1st and 10 at their 29.
Got an overstack to the left side.
Elston gives to Newhouse. John Newhouse, cousin of Robert, the Cowboy running back, slips through to the 33-yard line. David Clark makes the tackle, number 63.
Well, Nebraska overstacked their defense to the weak side that time, Frank. And I'm sure that if he had that one back, he'd love to get that veer going to the wide side of the field.
2nd and 7. Again, they give it to the first man, Newhouse. He clears it to the 35. Set up 3rd down. They still need 4 for the first down.
Come on, D!
Terrell Clark of Houston. 2nd in the Southwest Conference in rushing and tandem offense. John Newhouse, 7th in rushing. We're into the final minute of the 3rd period. 15 seconds and counting. 3rd and 4 from the 35. Elston is buried at the line of scrimmage. Avoided 1 tackle, but couldn't get away from Brent Williams, number 66. Along with Lawrence Cole, number 81. And again, the Cornhuskers have held.
Lawrence Cole made the play. He really crashed down the line of scrimmage and got to Terry Elston before he could make up his mind. There he is, Lawrence Cole, 81.
Mark Ford back to do the punting. Brown and Legal deep. Legal had the big return a moment ago. Is off again. 40, 45, 50. We get a flag as he's run out of bounds at the Houston 40. The flag thrown back at the 45-yard line. And that will wipe out, I believe, a good chunk of this run back by Legal. Got a clip. Oh, that's 2 pretty strong returns by that young man.
Pretty good blocking on the special teams by Nebraska here. Just a very, that's a judgment call right there. Very close. But they called it a clip. It's going to hurt.
So that'll bring it back to the 32-yard line of the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Football.
Let's take a look at it again. I think it was Larry Curry, number 48.
Offense on a run back, 15 yards, first down.
Sammy Sims, Frank, number 6, safety for Nebraska, caught for clipping.
12 seconds to go in the quarter. 1st and 10, Nebraska. Cornhuskers at their 32-yard line. We've had no scoring in the second half. Score still tied at 7-all. Terry Elston and Jarvis Redwine have traded touchdowns. Franklin up the middle, and that will end the period as he moves it out to the 35-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards on the play. Clock runs down to 0, and that's it for the 3rd period of play at the 44th Cotton Bowl Classic. The 1980 Cotton Bowl will continue after this word from your local station. But obviously, no one's going home from this one. 7-7 tie, Nebraska and Houston, as we head to the final period of play. It'll be 2nd down 6 for the Cornhuskers at their 35. Steals wide to the left side for the Cornhuskers. Jeff Quinn back at the controls as we start the final period. The give goes to Franklin. And the up back carries across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Still short of the first down. Lindsey Nelson is back with us, and you got the old tonsils oiled up again?
Well, I hope so, Frank. I hope they're a little better.
You know, in this game, you got to talk hurt.
Don't you, though?
Sometimes it gets down to that.
That's what Paul Horning told me. You got to play with the small hurts, he said.
Those little injuries, right? But boy, when you can't talk, it's tough.
3rd down and 2 for Nebraska. Cornhuskers at their 39-yard line. Quinn wants to throw it, goes to the near sidelines and overshoots Junior Miller, number 89. And the All-American tight end, Sam Proctor. And Kenny Hatfield defending.
Very difficult pass. Running to his left, he had to just throw it over that zone defense, put it right on the money, just over the head of Junior Miller.
It's as strong a defensive game, Lindsey, as we've seen in some years, isn't it?
Well, it is. We knew that both teams could move the ball, but we didn't know we were going to have this kind of defense.
Smith will do the punting for Nebraska on 4th and 3. Fee is the deep man. field will have a chance to run it back from the 9 out to the 10, 15. Dropped at the 17-yard line, fighting for every inch. Cougars will put it in play from their 17-yard line. Score tied 7-all early in the 4th period in Dallas. There's a first for a college bowl game, the 25-second clock, Paul.
Well, the Southwest Conference, which of course is the host team, they decided to use the 25-second clock. They had over 117 delay of the game penalties issued in the conference, and they've added it for a bowl game, and I think it's great.
It's experimental in the hope that institutions will install clocks on an optional basis. Seems to be working out pretty good. Elston thrown out and completes the pass at the 25-yard line to Eric Herring. Very close to a first down as he's dropped at the 26 by Lindquist, number 15. Second down and less than a yard for the first.
There's that 13 goal line play, they call it. It'll be the ride to the back. He hands it off, or he follows the back in the hole, or he runs the option around the left side or right side.
Second down, Cougars have the football. Score is tied at 7. Nelson didn't need much. Baker making the stop. He needed less than a yard. Let's see if he got it. First down. No measurement necessary. Bill Yeoman. It's an interesting stat on the Houston Cougars. It's not very good field position. Of course, Nebraska's field position hasn't been that much better. They've started some drives awful deep in their territory. Newhouse fights his way out to the 33-yard line. Pick up a 5 or 6 on that play. Clark making the stop. Number 63 for the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
I think we ought to thank Bill Yeomans also for letting us wire him up down there and get a little insight on some of the play calling.
Well, he's one of the most cooperative coaches I've found in all of college football. Just a great, great individual to be around. Great innovator, too. Of course, it was Yeoman that put together that Veer offense. Newhouse across the 35 out to the 37. Very close for another Houston first down before Russell Gary makes the stop.
337
First down. So the Cougars starting a mini drive of sorts here with back-to-back first downs with 12.5 minutes to go. Now have the ball at their 33-yard line. Scoreless second half. Nebraska with a touchdown in the first period. Houston answered with a score in the second quarter. Elston in trouble. Somehow managed to get the ball away. Intended on the far side.
Somehow
for Clark.
He looked like he was going to be sacked, Frank.
Brent Williams with a big rush.
Wing right, 12G.
That gets a run. Wing right, 12G.
Second and 10. Cougars from their 38-yard line. Mark to Newhouse, the setbacks. Nice hole for Newhouse, and he breaks through to the 48-yard line. That may be another Houston first down. Again, Russell Gary, number 9 on the stop.
One thing about the Veer, 2nd and 10 is not a passing situation. You see number 28, John Newhouse, just use that speed to get to the outside, very close to the first down.
John Newhouse following the footsteps of cousin Robert, who is the all-time leading Cougar rusher.
And brother Albert, he also played it.
That's true. Timeout being called here as they bring the change in from across the way. Close enough for measurement. This will be the Cougars' 3rd first down in this drive if they get it.
Okay. Let's take it in. We need it.
A little short. It's like Mr. Elston is going to be ready for another tearaway jersey in a moment. Had a big chunk out of the back of his. See, the right arm is about gone. It'll be 3rd down. Cougars will need less than 1 for the first down with the ball at their 48-yard line. call. He doesn't get much.
Terry Elston kept it.
He did get the first down, so that's 3 in this drive. Kim Baker in the stop. So look at things from the Nebraska perspective. Ball is at the 49-yard line. Time keeps rolling along. 11 minutes, 25 seconds. You keep looking for the one big mistake which could decide this football game. Not much there for Terrell Clark as Veering comes up to make the stop for Nebraska.
Hey, one thing, both backs, Newhouse and Terrell Clark, really been popped inside. You play this new offense, you've got to be physical. You not only have to be able to run the football, Frank, you've got to be a good blocker.
Both teams 10-1 in the season, both ranked in the top 10 nationally. Second down, a little more than 10 needed for the first down. Houston Cougars from their 48-yard line. Elston, nice fake, Spears. Lionel Feed at the 30-yard line.
Well, Linnell Fee's been open for touchdowns twice this afternoon. And right there, Linnell Fee, if he could have held his balance, it would have been 6. Nobody would have caught him. Here it is. And watch Terry Elston. He threw it off balance right there. Made a good cut, just could not keep his balance. But it's a big first down.
Lindquist got just a hand on him. That sent him reeling. Officials mark it at the 32. That's a 19-yard pickup. One of the biggest gains of the second half from scrimmage for either side. Newhouse, maybe a yard, and then shoved back. Make it Clark, Terrell Clark, number 26. Nelson, number 92, in the stop for Nebraska.
I think the most surprising thing in the second half, we knew how great the Nebraska defense was. They ranked very high, second against the rest of the nation, but Houston's defense has really played a lot better than Nebraska's defense here in the second half. Houston's offense starting to move the football now. They've got 4 or 5 first downs in this drive.
Very impressive drive by the Cougars, moving from the 33. Newhouse to the 31-yard line. Picked up a yard, maybe 2 at most. As Nebraska toughens up now. Kim Baker, number 41, in the stop. 9.5 minutes remaining. The officials mark it at the 32-yard line. That'll be 3rd and 10.
Here comes the play in. Number 21, Eric Herring, brings it in. Linnell Fee and Eric Herring are alternating with the plays for Houston.
They haven't put it in the air much this afternoon.
Tight end has not caught a pass, Garrett Jurgitis.
Not quite enough for the first down. Clark breaking through the left side, inside the 25, and down to the 23. Lawrence Cole, number 81, on the stop.
Very good call this time by Bill Yeomans. Hands it off inside to Terrell Clark. 3rd and 10 passing situation. I think the linebackers and the linemen for Nebraska relaxed a little bit, thought it was going to be a pass, and he's got it close to 4th and 2.
4th and 2, and they got the field goal unit on. Hatfield is in. He'll kick it from the 31. 41-yard attempt to break the tie. His long this year is 44. This is up. It is good. Just got over the bar.
Barely. Bill Yeoman very happy on the sidelines as Houston takes a 3-point lead.
41-yard field goal by Ken Hatfield puts the Cougars in the lead 10-7 with 8:25 left to play in the game. Kenny Hatfield, who authored that 41-yard field goal to put Houston in the lead, ready to kick off. It was Hatfield's field goal, you might recall, earlier in the year that beat Arkansas. The deep men are Kenny Brown and Anthony Steele. Bounces in front of Steele at the 11, straight up the middle of the 20, 25, and pinned at the 29-yard line, and we get a flag, and that'll probably be a late hit against the Houston Cougars.
That might be a costly penalty here. Against the red.
Lockhart on the stop.
It's going to be. Is this where it was from here? 15 big ones.
was Eddie Wright of the Cougar specialty team, guilty of the late hit. So the way this game is going, 15 yards, a lot of yardage.
Well, Nebraska offense got an excellent field position, Frank, and you know they've been averaging 464 yards on offense a game, and right now I think they're right around 100 yards rushing, and that's all.
There's Terry Elston, the Houston quarterback, being worked out for the muscle cramp. There's Quinn trying to get outside, pitches it wide, and a first down in the play. Picked up by Craig Johnson, number 30, who has just come into the ball game.
Craig Johnson, the tailback now, has been a very important part. There's the bootleg, a fine bootleg by Quinn around the right side. He pitches it back to Johnson, and they've got a first down. Johnson, very important part of this Nebraska team. He's in now for his first series.
First and 10 for the Cornhuskers in Houston territory at the 43-yard line. Johnson gets the call again, this time with much less success, as he's dropped at the line of scrimmage by Hosea Taylor, number 90, and Grady Turner, number 40 of the Cougars defense.
There's a career rushing of Craig Johnson. They like to run him inside. He's a good, strong back. Seen a lot of action for Nebraska, along with I.M. Hip and, of course, Jarvis Redwine.
7 minutes, 25 seconds left to play in the game. Nebraska trailing 10-7. They have a second and 10 at the Houston 42-yard line.
Steals.
That steals to the 35, to the 30. We got a flag on the play as he carries it down to the 15-yard line. Kenny Hatfield on the tackle, but a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage.
28-yard pickup. Back at the flag.
Gonna go against Nebraska.
That's the biggest run for Nebraska today, and it's going to be called back.
A holding call. Look at it again.
Here it is. Anthony Steele comes from a wing back position. Great blocking at the point of attack. Now a good cut. He breaks the tackle for the safety man. Picks up 28 yards. Looks like he's going to score. Kenny Hatfield on the stop. It's brought back.
Holding offense. 15 yards.
Keep in mind, it was about this time last year that Houston was leading 34-12 about this stage in the ball game over Notre Dame. Notre Dame won 35-34. Bill Yeoman said Houston would play the whole game this time.
I bet they would. And moves the ball back to the 44-yard line of the Cornhuskers. It is now third down and 26.
Miller.
Trying to hit his tight end, Junior Miller, threw the pass a bit behind him. Miller tried to reach back.
That's a kind he usually catches. I might add, Junior Miller won't miss too many of those. He's missed 2 today. That's hit him right square in the hands, and you won't see that too often.
Houston bench giving him a little raspberry, as you probably heard in the background. Third down for Nebraska. Ball at the 44-yard line. Cornhuskers have 26 to go for the first down, so look for Quinn to put it up again. Steals in motion. Good protection. Quinn gonna air it out. He's got Smith. Couldn't hold it at the 15-yard line. Well defended by Donnie Love, number 35 of the Houston Cougars. Boy, he was there for a minute.
Well, we mentioned Donnie Love. He's missed the last 2 games. He broke his hand in Texas. And Bill Yeomans, that's the man he wants back on that corner. Tim Smith looked like he was open for a moment. Just a good reaction by Donnie Love. Incomplete.
And again, a fourth down situation for the Cornhuskers, who've got to be doing a little clock watching right now.
I'd hate to be the kid who was caught for holding for Nebraska. I know how it's got to feel terrible right now. They had a first down at the 15. What a turnaround.
Smith will be punting. Donnie Love is the brother of another former UH star, Randy Love. Quite a big family in Houston. Boy, that was almost blocked. Did get it away. Goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line of the Houston Cougars. Big rush that time by Truss, the defensive end of the Cougars, who almost got to the punter. Timeout with 6:41 left to play in the game. Houston 10, Nebraska 7. Celtics and Lakers, that means Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. That should be quite a matchup. Boy, look at the difference in the penalty yardage.
Boy, that's a big difference. The For you Nebraska fans, all the referees today are from the Southeastern Conference.
They do that in most bowl games, don't they? They'll always take officials from a conference that is not participating. 1st and 10. Cougars from their 28. Elston, who's gone most of the way after he did not start. Terrell Clark taking the handoff and getting across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And now, of course, the Cougars would like to work on that clock. Get another drive going, run as much time as they can off the clock.
They're thinking 3 or 4 first downs all on the ground, Frank. That'll lead up 4 or 5 minutes off that clock. Now the Nebraska defense really has its work cut out right here. They've got to stop them, get that football back.
2nd and 8. Loose ball. Let's see.
And there's the break.
Nebraska got the big break.
I think they should have kept the football. It looked like everybody converged on the running back. It's Gary Nelson again. What a game he's played. Watch number 92. Right there, he makes the tackle. The ball's free. And one of the linebackers, I think it was Kim Baker, for Nebraska, has it back.
Newhouse was the ball carrier, and now the Cornhuskers have the opportunity they've been looking for. First down at the 31-yard line of the Houston Cougars. And a lot of time left. Quinn making the red wine. Throws on the run, completes the pass to Brown on the far side. He goes out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Donnie Love pursuing him.
Donnie Love had him man-to-man down the right sideline, Frank. Gave him a little bit too much room. Had the turnout, was wide open.
He picked up 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line. So now pressure on the Houston defense to dig in and try to hold off the Nebraska Cornhuskers surge. Field goal to tie. Touchdown puts them ahead. On 2nd and 2, they give it to Redwine. And boy, does the Houston defense waiting on him. Darrell Wilkerson, number 92, and Redmond, number 8. Really hit him hard. It'll be 3rd, and now call it 2.5 for the first down.
Got a report that Bill Barnett, the defensive end for Nebraska, was the one who recovered that fumble.
Big play for the Cornhuskers in this drive. 3rd and 2 for the first down at the Houston 23-yard line. They trailed 10-7 in the last period. Hip wants to throw it. He goes back to Quinn. Quinn is at the 10-yard line. First down. Donnie Love makes the stop.
14-yard pickup. How about this? A little razzle-dazzle here. Nebraska's worked on these trick plays all week long. They haven't used too many of them. Redwine gets it back off balance, but gets a good pass to the quarterback. Quinn makes it big first down at the 10.
First and goal to go for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Franklin, 1 yard to the 9. He's blasted to earth by Darrell Wilkerson, number 92. Less than 5 minutes left to play in the game. 2nd and goal from the 9. Pretty strong finish to a great Cotton Bowl Classic. They figured it'd be close. They figured it'd be a defensive battle. It has been both.
They cannot get a first down.
2nd and goal. Franklin to about the 6. So it'll be 3rd and goal. And again, it was Wilkerson, number 92, with an assist from David Hodge, number 42, the All-American linebacker.
Both these defenses all day long have been going at each other. Here comes
Look at this
swing.
play.
Oklahoma swinging gate.
They score.
There's the trick play they worked on in the week. That's Jarvis Redwine doing his thing. There's a flag down. Frank, this play was put in with a 2-point conversion. Was put in college football. It's called the Oklahoma swinging gate. And if the defense doesn't react to it, they throw it out over here. Illegal procedure. Offense. Offside. Defense. Replay the down.
Offsetting foul counts, no touchdown.
Look at it. Here it is. The center is all by himself. Now, if the defense does not come over and cover the offense, who's lined up about 15 yards to the left, he throws it over. That's Jarvis Redwine. They've got everybody outmanned over there blocking. He goes in to score, but offsetting penalties.
Offsetting penalties means they'll replay the down. It'll be third and goal to go once again from the 6-yard line. And timeout being called by Nebraska with 4 minutes and 1 second left to play. Well, after what they did against Oklahoma, you should expect something like that.
That's absolutely true. They ran the guard around with both guards, and then Randy Sleusner scored. There's the swinging gate play. Now you see Houston a little bit slow coming over there. Here goes Redwine in to score. Now, if Houston would have covered that, then all the offense for Nebraska would have gone over and lined up by the center and just ran the play. If they don't react to that, they're going to use the swinging gate, it's called.
The officials over to talk to Tom Osborne on the far side, and apparently Osborne a little hot that the penalty was called. Apparently they've got things straightened out now. We'll go back to play.
Pick the ball up and snap it instead of continuous motion. Offside defense.
That's a tough play to officiate, I'll tell you that.
Keep it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd imagine normally, Lindsey, you'd have to tell the officials before the game you're going to do something like that.
Normally that's done, absolutely.
All right, third down, goal to go from the 6-yard line. Nebraska has up its sleeve this time. Jeff Quinn, the quarterback, back to throw. Wide open for the touchdown is Jeff Finn, number 87. And Nebraska has taken the lead.
There's a backup tight end for Junior Miller, and he came across the field wide open underneath. Watch. There goes Quinn, play action, not too good a fake, but he's got good pass protection this time. And Jeff Finn, the junior from Grand Island, Nebraska, gets the touchdown, and a big one. Only caught 4 passes on the year for 58 yards, no touchdown, so what a touchdown for Jeff Finn.
Sukup with the extra point try is good. And so the Cornhuskers now leaded by a score of 14-10. We have 3 minutes and 56 seconds remaining, and don't you dare go away. Frank Labor with Paul Horning and Lindsey Nelson back at the Cotton Bowl. There's the young man who scored the touchdown. Back up tight end, the kickoff by the Nebraska Cornhuskers out of bounds at the 5-yard line, so they'll bring it back. Eddie Wright back there deep along with Dallas Wiggins. That'll be a big moment for Mr. Finn. Illegal procedure, so they'll kick it again from the 35-yard line. Kevin Seibel, number 49, is the Nebraska place kicker. You ever see anything like that, Lindsey?
No, never did.
You've been here 20 years, right?
I saw Oklahoma use it on a 2-point conversion. That's where the idea came from, Frank. In the modern day football, on a 2-point conversion, they'd line up, and if the defense would not get over there, they'd run that play and get 2 points. And of course, if they did, they'd go on and come over and kick.
It's the first time they've used it this year. Here's a good, healthy boot. Eddie Wright, 25, 30, Wright up to the 34. Both benches really fired up now. 3 minutes, 48 seconds remaining. And the Cougars now move the football. And Nebraska's defense, hold him. Stay tuned. Kerry Elston, the man at the throttle for Houston. Cougars first down at their 34-yard line.
We'll say again, Houston won 6 out of 10 games this year coming from behind. 3 of those victories were on runs by the quarterback you're looking at right now, Terry Elston.
Elston back to throw it. Newhouse with a 37 picked up 3. Veering, number 47 on the stop.
Well, he's been all over the field. Tom Veering, the senior from Fremont, Nebraska.
Both teams with 2 timeouts left. And that'll certainly become a factor. Elric Brown, the twin brother of Elric. He's a flanker. Came in with the play from the bench. He's split to the left side. Trying to turn the corner is Newhouse to the 39. They'll leave him with 3rd down. They still need 5.
So we can pick up the call down there.
Just a wee bit noisy right down there in that Houston bench right now. Jurgatis has been one of their clutch receivers. Let's see if they go to him on 3rd and 5. Cougars need the first. And they get it at the 48-yard line. Eric Herring pulls in the pass. Rick Lindquist makes the tackle, and the drive continues.
Well, he's known for catching the football in the crowd. Faked it to the left, came back against the grain, and Eric Herring, with Rick Lindquist all over him, made the catch.
It is a first down for the Houston Cougars at their 49-yard line. Field goal won't help them here. They need a touchdown to pull it out. Clock is moving with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the game.
Nebraska's defense is double covering the outside receivers.
Elston trying to go down the near sideline to Fee. Pass was thrown out of bounds.
Now you might see that again, Frank. What's happening? They're trying to hit Linnell Fee in between the double coverage on the right side. Here you see it again. There's the fake, now the quick release. And Fee right there as he gets behind 15. They're trying to hit it right in that slot in the zone. In front of Rick Lindquist and in back of the cornerback Lindquist and in front of the safety man Mark Leroy.
2nd and 10 from the 49. Brown is wide left. Herring flank to the right. Elston goes over the middle. It's complete at the 36-yard line. Yet another first down as Fee. Make it Herring makes the catch at the 36.
Yeah, he can catch the ball in a crowd. We just mentioned that. Good hands for Eric Herring. 15 yards, first down. Linnell Fee checks back in. And I notice also that they're double covering on the outside, Frank, and that middle is open.
And the Cougars pull it out. Brown again wide left. Fee is flanked to the right. Elston giving the ball to Terrell Clark, number 26, and there's no gain on the play. 1 minute, a minute 40 left to play.
Mark Leroy made a great play from his safety position that time. He blitzed.
So the Cougars will talk it over. Timeout. See if we can listen.
Opposite 333.
Nebraska 14, Houston 10. We'll be back in just a moment. 1 minute 40 seconds remaining. Second down, little more than 10 needed for the first down. Houston from the Nebraska 37 trying to pull this one out. They trail 14-10. Cougars have done it so many times before in the final period. Elston, receivers covered. He's at the 35 and down to the 30-yard line. Picked up 6. Bedlam down at the Houston bench. Eye on the hurricane there, Bill Yeoman. It'll be third down. Cougars need 5 for the first down. The ball is at the 30-yard line of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. A minute 10. Big hole for Newhouse. First down. Down to the 20.
That'll stop the clock, Frank, in college football, and stop the clock till they move the chains. Here it is. What a great handoff right here. John Newhouse. You see everybody going to the outside, and Terry Elston made the right decision. He let Newhouse run the football.
Houston has 1 timeout left. First down, 10 from the Nebraska 20-yard line. We have an official timeout right here with 1 minute and 3 seconds left to play in the game. Elric Brown, the sprinter, is in at the wide-out position on the left side. Herring on the right. Elston looking for Herring, has him at the 10. First down at the 9. 50 seconds to go and counting.
Picked up 11 yards. Little square out pattern. Rick Lindquist had him man-to-man on the outside.
Official timeout again to move the chains.
I tell you, Yeoman's doing a great job on the sidelines calling these plays. Every one of them has been perfect.
Measurement here as they bring the chains in.
Okay, felt like I better go ahead and get it. First down. First down.
First down, Houston at the 9. So it'll be first down, goal to go. The situation once again, Nebraska leading 14-10. 48 seconds left to play in the game, unofficially. Houston has one timeout left. Here we go. Herring to the right, Brown to the left. Newhouse. Now it's Elston. After a kick to Newhouse, full name. Takes it down to the neighborhood of the 5, and now the Cougars will have to use their last timeout.
All right. Give me we got plenty of time, okay? So don't be tackled, okay? Throw the ball away, all right? 3:37 bootleg. 3 L time, all right? L time. L time is 3:37 bootleg, okay? Now then, tell those guys that if they don't get across the goal, everyone scramble to the huddle, and then we'll call 3:37 L out. Just throw the ball, okay?
Well, there you had it from Bill Yeoman. 3:37 bootleg, and they're going to try to throw the football, and Terry Elston's going to tell somebody that's not in the end zone, try to get out of bounds.
He also told him, don't get tackled. Easy for him to say.
Yeah, that's don't get tackled, but score.
Yeah, Tom Osborne, very concerned right now. Ball is at the 6-yard line, second down. Goal to go, Houston. 33 seconds left to play. Elston looking, protection is good, now he's in trouble. He's at the 10 and goes out of bounds at the 6. Got back to the line of scrimmage when all was said and done, and it took all of 9 seconds.
I tell you, he'll take some years off of Bill Yeoman.
Don't you think you might get on the roller, boy?
Wing right, roll.
You say wing right?
Roll out right, you say wing right, roll out right, pass option. Elston has over 90 yards rushing now.
Fee on the wing off to the right. Third and goal from the 6-yard line. Elston. Incomplete at the goal line. Intended for Fee.
He did exactly what
I could lose to that. All right.
Opposite. All flex. 3:33. All hook.
It's now or never for the Houston Cougars. Fourth down. Goal to go from the 6-yard line.
And I think the arm man, of course, is the flanker right, the split end right, and it'll probably be number 21, trying to go to Eric Herring, number 21.
19 seconds left to play in the game. Elston over the middle. It is caught for a touchdown. Herring caught the deflection for the touchdown.
It was deflected too, frankly, right on the button. And Tom Osborne is not too happy about that. All flex, it went to Eric Herring, just like Bill Yeoman called it, and Bedlam was breaking loose. Let's take a look. Here's Herring fighting his way over. It's deflected by Rick Lindquist, and number 21, Eric Herring, the junior from Houston, has a big touchdown for the Cougars.
The entire Cougar bunch raced out. I think it's because the team came out on the field. So the penalty will be assessed prior to the extra point try, I believe. Wow, what a finish.
Terry Elston took over the controls of Houston's last drive. Let's pick it up.
Dead ball foul. After the score, offense will be enforced on the kickoff.
There you got it. Too many people on the field. No kidding. There's about 106 Houston players came out on the field to congratulate Gary.
Oh, my. 12 seconds left.
No, I don't, Sandra. We got a 15-yard penalty. Well,
He's not happy about the penalty. Hatfield with the extra point try, and I guess he hasn't missed since grade school. Adds another point to the Cougars total. It's now a 17-14 game. 12 seconds left. What do you do now?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Terry Elston, for the 4th time this year, has brought Houston back from apparent defeat. This time, he threw the touchdown pass to Eric Terry.
I'd like to thank a few people, if we have time here, and all the bedlam here. Chairman of the board of the Cotton Bowl Association, Buddy Dyke, the president, John Thompson, Jim Brock, Arnold Hayes, Harry Barton, Houston Cougars, Dr. Cedric Dempsey, the athletic director, Bill Yeoman and his staff, Frankie Schultz, the sports information director for the Cornhuskers, Bob Devaney, the athletic director, Tom Osborne and his staff, Don Bryant and his sports information staff, our Houston spotter, Matt Rogers, Bill Bennett, who's spotting for Nebraska, and our statistician, Gary Stratton. And I tell you, stepping in here at the start of the second period as the bullpen guy, I can tell you they were invaluable. Harry, you might recall, had a spectacular catch against Texas A&M in an earlier Houston victory. Great concentration to catch that deflected ball on 4th down. Hatfield will be kicking off. That's Brown at the 15-yard line, 25. Tried to lateral the ball. And it's recovered by Houston at the 13. 4 seconds to go.
Right about doing what the Bill Yeoman on the sidelines. Nebraska trying to pull out all stops.
Well, it's been a long wait for the Cougars. After losing to Notre Dame last year, 35-34, they were ahead in that game, 34-12 in the final period, and they've had to wait a full year to come back and atone for that. And Bill Yeoman's got to be a happy man. And you got to admire the way that his cooler in that closing drive. Tom Osborne. Looked like they had it for a while. 4 seconds to go.
Stand up and then go to your knees, okay? Take the ball and step back, okay?
One more play and that'll do it. And the 1980 Cotton Bowl Classic will be history with the Houston Cougars.
Well, Lindsey, you were absolutely right. Lindsey made a comment that Bill Yeoman said that they would come to play the full 60 minutes, and boy, has Houston.
Another great 4th quarter come from behind victory as Elston simply falls down with the football. It is over. It is history here at the Cotton Bowl, and Houston has rallied for an impressive 17-14 victory. It is good a postseason bowl game as I think you're going to see. Yeoman accepting congratulations from some of the Nebraska players as well. 18 years at the University of Houston. The last 4 years his team has been in the Cotton Bowl. 3 of them have become a dominant power in a very short time in one of the toughest football conferences in the country, the Southwest Conference.
Step over, let the players in.
You'll lose 11 seconds. You've got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. Morrow up to Schultz. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
There were cheers, songs, and tears from coast to coast last Friday night. The United States hockey team had achieved what they had only dreamed of last summer. But now one more dream remains to be fulfilled. The gold medal To achieve it, they must rise to the heights once more this morning against Finland, and you'll see every minute of it live from Lake Placid.